Mayor of the City of Buffalo,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations,
Thank
Mr.
you
Mayor.
very much.
Tony has the unique ability to go into a restaurant and talk to the dishwasher, the busboy, the waiter or waitress, the maitre d', and the owner, and make every one of them feel equally important and special.
Tony attacks everything with passion, but it all comes from a place of love.
He's really a personification of what you would expect from the paradigm of Buffalo. He has great qualities that are found in our community, and he has honed them to the highest degree.
Growing up on the West Side back in the 60s, everybody on our block had more than 5 kids. So there was an interaction both socially and athletically that was second to none. I'm the oldest of 7 kids. All my brothers were very competitive. My sisters came late, but they're 2 beautiful young ladies. I was very fortunate to be raised in a family with 2 great parents who gave us a lot of love, but also a lot of discipline. I have 3 beautiful daughters. All 3 are outstanding young ladies. And then obviously Kate, she's far more popular than I ever was. She was the best first lady the city ever had.
Since we've had our girls, it's really demonstrated to me what a really kind and thoughtful father he has been. Just a wonderful role model.
What he does for his daughters and his wife and how he thinks about them, you cannot help but be proud of him.
I graduated from Canisius College in 1969 with a degree in management. I remember like it was yesterday, back in the 60s, Saturday night at the Aud was the night out. And you saw a great doubleheader. So we had an opportunity to play against the best teams and the best players.
In his senior year, in the last game of his career, he played against Niagara. That night was Tony Masiello's night. He scored 35 points, and I remember him hitting jumpers from the top of the key all over the court. And they beat Niagara and they beat Calvin Murphy. The next day in the paper, they said that night, Tony Masiello took his place in the annals of Canisius College and Western New York basketball history, along with Bob Lanier and Calvin Murphy, and he deserved it.
The benefits of learning how to interact with people in college classrooms and on the basketball team really helped him understand in politics and in life what's really important. And that's, lifting people up, empowering them to be the best selves they can be. Those Jesuit values really have helped him be the leader that he is.
He has served on our Board of Trustees. He's in his 2nd term on our Board of Trustees.
I bleed blue and gold. I go to every single Canisius game. I played with enthusiasm, and I played with a chip on my shoulder. And I guess I'm a fan that way, too.
It's great when we're winning. I feel badly for him when we lose, though. He knows what it feels like to get your head beat in.
It was a great honor to be in the Canisius College Sports Hall of Fame because of the people I'm there with. And to be honored as one of the best athletes in Western New York certainly is the epitome of a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifice and taking a lot of shots, as my teammates would say. I was 2 or 3 years out of Canisius College. Well, I think, probably the youngest person ever elected at 24 years old, City Council, North District. I worked for the Democratic Party all through high school and college. The Senate probably was even a bigger transitional moment because I left the nest of Buffalo. And it was a great understanding, an opportunity for me to get to know myself better, but the state of New York better. I was mayor for 12 years. When I took office in 1994, we had significant challenges.
He went through a period of financial crisis in the city. Because of the impact of 9/11, Buffalo did not get the assistance from the state, and a fiscal control board had to be implemented. Tony Masiello, as mayor of the city, was one of those who actually called for the control board to be established. He was one of the founders of the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus. His time as mayor was a very progressive period. People were brought closer.
He had a plan that with Bob Shibley and the people at UB, the Queen City Hub Plan, that was all about investing the public resources in a smart way so that public investment could follow. And so Larkinville, where the public infrastructure, the money was, more investment could come. Tony's efforts really helped plant the seeds for this renaissance that's happening.
Some days you're up, some days you're down, but you got to keep your eye on the prize. And for me at that time was to make Buffalo better.
Service doesn't end just because you're not in government anymore. There are many, many ways to serve, and he's been able to figure that out.
We had been in business for a year, and we were all Republican, and we just said, you know, if you're really going to be effective in lobbying, you need a Democrat.
So they said, well, maybe Tony's the right guy, because they announced I wasn't going to run for mayor anymore. I tell everybody I went from one side of the desk to the other side of the desk.
We started off from scratch, and with the idea of representing Western New York businesses, not-for-profits, educational institutions for their state and local government needs. If you're going into business with somebody, there are three things that are absolute must. The partner must be smart, hardworking, and honest. And Tony is all three of those. And he brings to the table relationships that are priceless. When it comes to Tony Masiello, my other partner, Vic Martucci, the three of us have the right chemistry. My wife once described our relationship as they're like three Italian brothers, and I think that sums it up pretty well.
Teamwork makes business work. So you have to surround yourself with good people. They have to have good minds and good hearts and great work ethic. And when people work together, it produce tremendous results.
Tony's legacy is a legacy of pride for this city. We aspire to be as loyal as he is to each other, to our school, and to our families.
You can't wait for somebody else to be the change you want to see. You have to roll up your sleeves and get involved, and he's always done that, and that makes me very proud of him. I've learned a lot, and I've been inspired by him.
All of what's happening in Buffalo today, I think, has occurred because of the building blocks that Tony put in place. We like to say at Canisius College, we inspire our students to become men and women for and with others, and to pursue the magis. That sums up Tony Masiello's life.